Hassan Henderson. I play the violin, and I'm an incoming freshman at Morehouse College. I definitely don't want you guys to think that, I'm perfect, because I've definitely had some challenges, some big challenges in my life. When I was in the first grade, I was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD. My mother was also diagnosed with a mental disorder that kind of just shifted our whole family situation. And because of my mental state, I guess you could say, my academics really were dire. And I had to actually repeat the first grade because of academic situations, because of my behavior. My behavior was horrible. To the point where I was like just acting up, tying my shoelaces to the desk and just doing some off the wall stuff. And so I did have to repeat the first grade. I moved on barely up to the fourth grade. And then in the fourth grade, I began playing the violin. Some of the music teachers in the school had come to our classroom, and they were like, you have a choice of a band instrument or an orchestra instrument. And my mother and my aunt had played the violin and the cello. And so I had been, a little bit influenced by that. And so I did want to play the violin. So I, took the paper home and went to my grandma and I said, Mom, I want to play the violin. We tried out the instruments, and of course I was so big that I automatically got the full-size violin, which is the adult size, I guess you could say. And so I, from then on out, I just started playing, and my grades improved, my socialization skills improved. Playing in front of the church, I was able to overcome speech impediment, I guess, stuttering, I guess you would consider a speech impediment. I was a lot like, I guess you could compare me to Moses in that I would not speak in front of anyone. I could not speak at all. I couldn't say a sentence without slamming on something to get the word out. But, getting in front of the people, I was able to, work on my speech, and now I stutter a little bit every now and then, of course, but nothing like what I used to be, thank God. And this instrument has just really brought me through a lot of trials and tribulations, or I would say God has brought me through the instrument. He's been able to, to use the instrument as a tool to bring me out of a lot of trials and tribulations. I'm also looking to join their orchestra because they're offering money too.
Of course.
And so that's a big requirement. And I'm planning on getting involved in this group called React, which is a youth Bible study group on campus. So I want to get involved with them. They have it's so much to do.
Yes.
It's so much to do over there, and I really want to get involved in the Christian scene more so, because the youth there are just so hungry and so thirsty for Christ, and they're just so excited about it.
Wow.
So I do want to become a chapel assistant. My cousin Camille, she's a chapel assistant at Spelman, and she actually, through that program, she was speaking in church, and the president was there, President Tatum, and she heard her speak, and she was like, I need you for commencement. And Camille introduced Oprah this year at commencement, her freshman year.
Do you see what's in your life, like your family line? Royalty.
It took me, actually this year, I was talking to one of my other cousins about it, and actually we talked for hours in the car. She was just supposed to, drop me off at home. And I was just, we were just talking, and sometimes God's favor can be almost overwhelming.
Yes.
And I had realized it, during college applications and, finding out about Bonner and not having to pay for anything.
Yeah.
And I just had to sit and almost make you want to almost make you want to cry
Yes.
a little bit, because it's just so overwhelming to
Yes.
realize, you know, how favored you are.
That's what the Bible
And-
says. The blessings will overtake you.
Yeah, yeah, and it did. What's your genius?